So it went from me being like, I think you're responsible for this shit mood that I'm in. I think you've been shitty to me. And like there was this little thing that happened, and like these kinds of things happen all the time. Every day there's like these little like resentment like jabs at me. But we made a pie together, and I took the pie out and walked away, and he was like, "I'll turn the oven off then." And like after he said that, I was like, "I'm sorry, I walked away from the oven being on. I shouldn't have done that." Like, and like what I'm thinking is that like he's doing that because he's like taking inventory, like she's such a fucking mess, she'd just walk away and leave the oven on all night. And it's like that isn't completely out of the realm of possibilities. Like that the oven might be on for an hour longer than it should, but like on the other hand, like there's someone else here. Like he was in the kitchen, and I don't know. I apologized for like dropping the ball on that, because I had the awareness that he's just going like, she's such a fucking idiot. She's such a fucking idiot. Because I think he does that all the time. I think that he's all like he's trained his mind to just like pick up like the ways that I'm not good enough. And I think that that's what he does. I think that that's how he sees me. He looks through this lens of like, I'm not good enough. And yeah, that's nice. But I apologized, and he was like, I guess I didn't need to say that, really. Like, and that's the only time that I can think of, probably the only time that there is, that he actually acknowledged that he was being a passive-aggressive dick. Because he just, like, is. Like, he just fucking is. Like, seriously. Like, like I say something and he's like, I didn't need to know that. Like, but does he ever tell me that he's, like, annoyed and just wants me to stop talking, or, like, doesn't want to hear my voice for a while or anything? Like, no, it's always, like, snide comments. It's not direct. It's not, like, I'm just, and, like, the day before this, we were grocery shopping, and he's just being, like, really hateful, and he was like, I'm sorry, Mindy, I don't hate you. And I was like, I don't hate you too. And he responded by like snapping, no, I know, you love me, you completely love me. And it was like, I don't know, I was just trying to participate in the moment, and it's like he made it about like this weird, like he made it weird. It felt weird to me. It's like no shit, like we're not equal in this. Like I care way more about him than he cares about me. And maybe it's always been that way, and he just, like, made up for it by, like, buying me crap and taking care of me and, like, making food or whatever. Like, I don't know. But, like, it's really obvious that I, like, care about his well-being. Like, I see the issues that he's not working on, and like, last night should have been an opportunity to talk about those issues, because, like, dude, why is there so much resentment when I'm like, hey, Sean, will you take a picture of me? Will you, like, help me with this camera activity? And, like, he just, like, just becomes, like, this monster, and is like, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to fucking take a picture of you. I don't want to fucking, like, just has, like, the worst attitude. And it's like, that's like, the worst thing. because it's difficult for me to like be in front of the camera and like get into a place, and I'm not confident. Like, I'm not good. Nothing's edited. I don't look good. I don't know how to like apply makeup well. I don't have my hair done most of the time. You know, like I was like trying to sit there in front of a camera and do something like comedic, interesting, entertaining, and contributing something to the community that I've like created here on YouTube, and I'm just and like the person that's helping me is just being an asshole the whole time. It's like, how, you know, like why are you choosing to participate in it like that? Like, either say no or like come with good energy. And I was like trying to get him to like recognize that like maybe his shit energy is because he does feel like obligated and forced into it, rather than feeling like he has a choice in it. And if he would acknowledge that he has a choice, he can then choose to feel good about participating in something rather than be like, oh, I have to do this. Like, it's fucking homework. Like, I fucking hate feeling like his fucking teacher, his fucking mother, and that's what I feel like. I'm not happy in this situation. I'm not happy in this relationship. I don't get any fucking touch. Nobody fucking loves me. Nobody looks at me like I'm beautiful. Like, I'm this thing to take care of. I'm this person to satisfy. Like, there was a fucking ice cream man here on Saturday, and I went and got like the cotton candy thing that just has like corn syrup and sugar in it and doesn't have any dairy, and you know, it's flavored like cotton candy. And like, I know fully that he doesn't want no fucking ice cream, but there was this new flavor. It was a tamarindo chili flavor, and like he likes those weird Mexican candies, and like I thought that it would be nice. I thought that it would be like a less sweet, you know, like thing, and that the less sweet like would at least be appreciated that I thought of him. And what he does is like now what he says is, now I have to enjoy this. I'm obligated to be appreciative of the fact that you got me ice cream, that I didn't want ice cream. And I'm like, it's not ice cream. Of course you don't want ice cream. It's a popsicle. And if you don't want it, I'll eat it. Give it to me. And like reached my hand out to take it from him. I'll fucking eat it. I'll fucking throw it out the window if I don't like it. Fuck you. Like, in your fucking obligation. Like what the fuck is going on in his head that he feels like he has to do this song and dance for me? And if that's how he's acting about a goddamn popsicle, then like, is it every time he's pleasant about something? Is it every time he's pleasant that's just like, he's just masking resentment for me? Like I know like a lot of what I do is like useless, and like I try to help out, and like I like, it's useless, it's pointless, like it, like I might as well not even be there helping out. And like we acknowledged that recently. Like I said it, I was like, yeah, most of what I do to try to help, just like, it doesn't really like make any difference. It doesn't really matter. I'm not really help, but yeah. So like, this has been building for like 3 days. For 3 days, like, he like resented me. It's like a man period thing. Like, my period is gonna, like, any minute now, my period's gonna start, and it's his man period. They coincide, and like that's the pattern. Like, we were getting along really well, and I guess at some point, like, he started feeling like he was obligated to be like close or pet me or let me touch him, or like, I don't know. And I'm not only talking about like intimate touch, because we don't get any of fucking that, but like just, you know, physical contact. And I think the physical contact is doing me like a world of good, and like I wish it wasn't, because like this person is just like, this is a living hell. Like, I love him. That is the person I chose to be with for the rest of my fucking life. I chose him. Yes, I got sick. Yes, I didn't have a bunch of other options. I did have some other options, but couldn't exercise those because they weren't love options, they were convenience options. I loved the person that I chose to be with and chose to stay with. And at some point he fell out of love with me and didn't tell me. And, like, I just thought things were, good. I really, not any part of me thought that I could do anything that would make him look at me differently, not trust me, and that's what fucking happened. So, like we have this, like, little argument, and he's standing there, like, I'm, like, telling me that he's packing a bag, he's going to leave, and saying aloud, and that means telling himself this, reading himself this narrative of fiction, that it's always like this, that I always do this, I routinely do this, and if this is, like, have a real fucking conversation about the issues that he's not addressing, then yeah, that happens, like, once a month, because once a month, I don't take shit from him, I guess, I don't know, it's, like, a fact that testosterone is hella high, like, when you're before your period, and that, causes shorter tempers and aggression, and, like, I just don't, like, have that, like, meek, like, I'm not gonna, like, no, you're treating me poorly, I'm gonna say something, and that's what happens. And, like, the other reason that I don't understand why this is such a big fucking deal, that I, like, want to talk about feelings and why he has all of this deep-seated resentment for me, like, because this is what we've been doing, like, once a month, like, shit comes out, and he, for years, for, like, a fucking decade, he's consistently responded to that happening, like, we fight a little bit, we scream at each other, and then there's, like, quiet, he processes, and he's like, shit, like, I really did, like, treat you poorly, and I recognize where those things are coming from, and these are issues that I want to work on, I want your help working on these things. We write it down, we workshop it, we role play and shit, like, it's like fucking therapy happening, and it doesn't seem like a bad thing. It doesn't seem like a bad thing when you, like butt heads, stuff comes out, like, each of us is like, what can we do to make it better? Let's work on it, let's figure it out, communication, pitfalls and stuff, like, it was always, like, getting better. Like, it'd be really good, like, temporarily, for him, like, he'd, like, try, and then, like, slip up and be like, ugh. And that's what he does. That's so what he does. And this is so what he does. Like, here we are, I'm like, oh, don't you fucking leave the room right now. You're the reason I'm pissed. Like, let's fucking argue instead of just being silently resentful toward one another. That's where I'm at. I want to fucking talk about it. Like, this didn't just happen out of the blue, and this is the smallest fucking thing to, like, have a conversation over. Like, trying to communicate to him, like, why it's so problematic, and figure out myself, like, talking about it helps me figure out myself why it's so problematic. Like, yesterday, I realized that, like, maybe I need to be kept in check, like, maybe I want someone here so that I'm not becoming self-destructive, or destructive, or, like, getting online and, like, ranting or something. And then the other thing I realized is that maybe it's that, like, if someone is here while I'm crying and upset, there's a possibility that I might be comforted. And, like, he left before. Like, we had a 2-bedroom apartment, things were going well, he was legitimately falling back in love with me and told me so. And we were, like, dating, sort of, and, like, good. And we had a fight, and he left, and he, like, didn't come back. He didn't come back for long enough that I was like, maybe I should take a chance on this asshole that's here. And that's how I got into this really shitty abusive situation with someone that I dated for like 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, I was out of my mind enough to like date this person, and then it was just like friendship, and like Sean leaving is the reason that happened. Like, he left and wouldn't come back. Sure, he says a lot of shit he doesn't mean. Everybody says mean things when they're upset and arguing. But like I don't trust that he's gonna come back. It's just the way that he is. Like, he's like, this is working, I'll just keep doing this. Like, that's how he is. He's like, if he like relocates and he's just at his parents' house and he's like, there's no cats here, I'm hella fucking depressed, I don't have my turntables, this sucks, I hate my brother, my parents suck, I guess I can take care of my mom because she's really sick, and this is, this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Like, he's the this is fine person sitting at the table with the fucking house burning down. Like, that is Sean, like, to a T. He just, like, goes. Like, he's in fucking auto, like, most of his life, I swear to you. So he'd just, like, get into a routine there and be like, okay, I'll just, abandon Mindy. And it's like, I wish to fucking God there was some other option. I wish to fucking God any of my friends were actually my friends and followed through on, like, cohabitating. But they didn't. No one can, no one has, no one wants to. People were love interests, people wanted more from me than friendship. Like, I don't have any friends. Like, I don't have a person I can go stay with. I don't have the ability to leave the fucking apartment because I don't have my fucking power wheelchair. Like, I can't go for a walk. I can't go to a store. There's stores, like seriously, like, hella fucking close walking distance. Like, I could sprint to a GameStop right now. But I'm so trapped. I'm so trapped in this situation. And it's not how it was supposed to be. Like, I was just gonna stay at his parents' house, like probably, like, a year at most, I think. A year or two. I was on a fucking housing list. When my name came up on the housing list, I was out of there. When my name came up on that housing list, I was in my own apartment. Yes, it was, like, no money. I would have absolutely no money, but I would have enough money to just get by. Not with, I wouldn't have internet or cable or phone or, like, any of the perks of life or anything, but I would be living alone, taking care of my cat in my own apartment that was wheelchair accessible. And I gave that up because he was like, we can make this work. So, for me being like, hey, let's, like, work on making this work because you've been hella resentful to me and this has been building for 3 days. For 3 days, this fight has been needing to happen. So, like, let's make it happen. You don't get to fucking leave the room. It's time to talk now. Like, or if not now, when? And the things that we, like, agreed upon to turn a camera on ourselves and be self-aware and, like, try to keep ourselves and our mouths in check and be able to roll back exactly what was said and figure out exactly where we became slighted or triggered or whatever. He refused to do that. He refused to write to one another. He was like, you can fucking email me, but I'm probably not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. And I did email him, and I'm sure he hasn't read it. So, like, we've been like looking at houses together and, like, Like, this isn't what I want. Like, I want him to fucking love me. I want someone to want to have sex with me. I want to live with someone that I can make out with, that I can be a sexual being with, even if that doesn't mean sexual intercourse for me. Like, I don't want this horrible hell dimension. But most of the time, it's really great. Like, he's always just been, like, my best friend. Like, I had it all. Like, my best friend and the love of my life. I was the luckiest person on the face of the fucking planet. Now he's just my best friend. Like, if that's what it is, then like, I don't want to be without that best friend. Like, we have such a good time together, and we're doing this really well. Like we're both such, like, broken, shitty grown-ups. Like, we help each other get through life, and we need to lean on each other. But, like, he doesn't acknowledge that he needs to lean on me. He doesn't acknowledge that he's just, like, not really equipped to live on his own either. And, like, he's not facing that, you know? Like, he can throw me to the wolves and just skitter back to his fucking parents' house until they die and leave it to him. Like, he doesn't have to do fucking anything. Like, I don't want to be taken care of. Like, why am I even, like, making a video? Like, why am I even trying to, like, give my subscribers something that they might want, or, like, you know, like, why am I even wasting my fucking energy, my Sunday, like, risking my pain, setting up black lights and bar stools, like, there's an opportunity for YouTube to be income. Like, if I'm alone, like, all of my money goes to taking cabs to get my shopping done. But now I'm not on any housing list, and there's nowhere for me to go. And I don't know where we stand with things. Like, he went to work without saying anything to me this morning, and there's no communication from him, not a text or an email or anything, and, like, so I'm just, like, trying to get through this day. Like, I don't want this life. Like, don't I deserve better than this? Like, I'm really not horrible to live with. I'm actually, like, a really good roommate, and I'm a really good friend. I don't know what to do. Like, my name came up on the housing list, and I was locked into a lease here. So, like, I can try to get on housing lists again. But, like, I don't know if I can even, like, explain how difficult that is for me to, like, figure that shit out. Like, I'm lucky I can operate a webcam and, like, upload shit to YouTube and transfer my photos. Like, the world is just really hard. And it shouldn't be, but it is. And And now I'm going from, like, learning about how to get my credit score improved, because it's, like, 552, because I have no credit and one, like, infraction or something. One thing went to collection, and then there's no information of credit, so it's bad credit. Like, I went from doing that and, like, shopping for houses to, like, now I've gotta, like, try to figure out some other fucking plan, and, like, if I had any other fucking plan, I wouldn't be stuck with Sean! Things have been too good. Things have been too good. My pain has been so low. Like, something had to balance it out. That shoe was already falling. I just didn't realize I was under it, you know? I don't know how to end this. Like, shit sucks. It sucks. Like, I don't have anything going for me. Nothing. I don't have anywhere I can go. There is not a scrap of fucking blood relative that would let me sleep on a bed at night. Because I have demonstrated psychotic behavior. Like all I know, like, for certain, is I can live in a fucking mental hospital. It's like a different kind of bullet to the head. It would definitely be good if I could figure out some way that I could have my wheelchair to get around and have them acknowledge that I have peripheral neuropathy and need this assistive device. But, like, I'm not talking about, like, you know, the mental health floor or, like, anything temporary. I'm talking about, like, permanent housing for people who are too much of a mess to take care of themselves. And that's me. It really is.